Hello, listeners near, far, and light years away. This is the Weekly What's Up. I'm Jay.
I'm Nick.
I'm your Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, William.
Here on the Weekly What's Up, we challenge ideas, provoke thought, and review various art forms from the filthy planet Earth. Coming up this week, we'll be discussing Meet Me in the Woods by Lord Huron, The Timeworn Temple by yours truly, and the short film 3 Robots by Blow Studio. But first, a word from our sponsor. So our first topic is going to be Meet Me in the Woods by Lord Huron. Does anybody want to start us off on this song?
I have to find it in my notes real quick.
Okay.
You think you would have notes out first? But no,
I
got the exact same thing.
I've lost them. I found it. Man, I actually super love this band. I think that they're the band that Mumford & Sons wished they could be. I think that they're the atmosphere they're trying to like capture here. They're doing it like perfectly because it's like all like trying to be like cinematic and like they're trying to tell a story in a like crazy, wacky, lawless Western land. And even like in their album for this song, they carry that all the way through, which is a stupid observation. But I actually really like what they do here. I love this song in particular because I think that more than any song we've done so far, the lyrics can be interpreted in many different ways. Like, what I got from this song is that the protagonist character has literally gone to make a deal with the devil because he says he took a little journey to the unknown, and in this deal, he's come back changed and can feel it in his bones.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say, I've fucked with forces that our eyes can't see, which could be the devil that he made the deal with. And the rest of the song is him trying to convey to his maybe lover that he needs to let go of
God.
I feel like the rest of the song is him trying to convey to maybe his lover that she needs to let go of who he was before, because he's basically saying he's a whole new person after this deal that he's made in the lyrics, which even says, I have seen what the darkness does, say goodbye to who I was. And that if she keeps trying to chase him and like be with him, she'll be consumed in that darkness with him as well, which is what I got out of the lyric, follow me into the endless night, I can bring your fears to life. But like all that being said, I think the lyrics are somewhat whimsical in nature, so that it can probably be interpreted in whichever way you please. And that's kind of what I like about this song.
Yeah. So actually, it's funny that you say that because I kind of ended up with sort of a similar theory, though I think mine is probably stupider. So. As far as song meanings go, I like to put forward that I'm convinced that this song is about a cultist. Because he was talking about, you know, like you were saying, he was talking about he messed with forces that he couldn't see. The darkness got a hold of him. The truth was stranger than his worst nightmares. He doesn't have words to describe it. And now he's telling you that he can bring your fears to life, and he wants you to meet him in the woods after nightfall. Don't go. He's going to sacrifice you to payment or something. And that just doesn't sound fun. My advice, don't follow this person into the woods. He's a crazy... Thank you. He's a crazy person. Don't follow him into the woods, because that's stupid. Anyone who talks like this, anyone who talks crazy like this, don't meet them in the woods after nightfall. Don't do it.
I fuck with that.
I absolutely love the melody to this. The chord progression is simple. The instrumentation is simple, if a little predictable. The lyrics are thoughtful and interesting. I don't really care for the filter on his voice. It makes him a little too hard to hear. He's a little drowned out by the instruments sometimes. The mixing could use a little work. I don't really like the whistling at the end, but I've never liked whistling in songs, so that's kind of a complaint that's not unique to this song. But overall, I really liked it. I did. I liked it a lot.
I actually kind of feel that too. But like when I first listened to the song immediately, I recognized the chorus. And I don't know how, because I never listened to the song before. But it just sounded like really familiar to just the kind of music I would usually listen to. But like, it also had that sense of warmth that you would get when you would like get into a really good song, which I really enjoyed. Because you would never really find music like that anymore now. To actually, like, you can tell like they put time and work into it.
Yeah.
And the band itself, or like the singer, is just really unique. Also, just how they does their music. Even if I listen to like a couple, I can tell like this is the kind of outside band. like the kind of people who's like doing it because they have some kind of sense or some kind of vision of how they want their music to be. But like, if there's been one complaint that I can have is how like the music was a little bit too loud than like the actual like vocals that was happening. Because that's like immediately I was like I can listen to like both things at once, but like I would rather listen to the vocals more than like the instrument. Because it was like kind of like a simple kind of melody, like some kind of instrument going on, a bunch of other musical terms, but like I did enjoy like the words of it, and I like to think that it's more of like, hey, I just went through like a downfall, and now I'm here, but I might been changed. And if you can deal with that, then like I would be really happy. And that's how I just kind of felt how this song like wanted to be. If we're just showing that like sometimes people change whenever they're going through something, and they can warn you about that. Like at the same time, they don't know themselves. And like once they like he went down here, then he knew that he changed, and he knows he went through like something dramatic, just to feel something like that. And I literally like the kind of like different kind of meanings you get from that song too, because everyone had a different opinion of how the song went and what it was about and everything. And that you know, if you don't have a good song, then you don't even know what the meaning is because there's just so many different ones you can have.
Nick, are you okay? We got a legit review out of you.
I told you, I spent like 30 minutes to an hour on each one.
I love it. Proud of you.
Nice and professional.
Proud of you.
It's more than the 30 minutes I had last time.
No, but you're right. The song, it kind of, even though I haven't heard this either, it was one of those songs that brings a sense of nostalgia that you're not really sure why it brings you a sense of nostalgia. You know? It kind of was like the music in Life is Strange, you know? That sort of nostalgia music that you're like, why is this giving me nostalgia for things that I've never even experienced? Nostalgia is weird. Nostalgia is a weird feeling.
I think because the instrumental was like so common to like other genres that like if you just put everything together in your own brain, just like it's like, oh, this sounds like this genre and this genre put together. Then you get the words over it that sounds like something else, and it's like, oh, this is just unique now. It's not like just putting a bunch of genres together trying to think that like this might be good. It's more like you put everything together and you made it good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they had like good, if not better, music in the rest of the album and like more songs to come with.
Bro, the rest of this album fucking slaps because it's all done like this. It all has a very like you said, a homey feel to it, like a nostalgic feel to it. So like as you're listening to it, it feels like you said, something that you may have heard before, but not in a bad way.
Oh yeah, it's a good feeling you would get.
Yeah.
It's just it'll come that kind of warm feeling. It's like, wow, this song is just really good and relates to me in some kind of way, even if I never heard it before.
Yeah. And because, like, not that their lyrics are vague, but that you could get different interpretations out of them, you can do that with nearly every song on this album.
They're very ambiguous, yeah.
Yeah. And if you want even just a little bit of context, you could watch their music videos because they do them sequentially and they shoot them themselves, so they actually tell a story.
I wanna see.
It's even like to the point where I've like seen a few comments, I don't know if they're there anymore, of people being all like, what movie is this from?
Dang.
Yeah.
The
like
picture kind of gives me a Lord of the Rings vibe.
Yeah.
And I think because it has Lord in the name, that's just immediately what I thought of first. Like,
that's fair.
It's really unique. I like it. I like how it's like a kind of a storytelling thing. But like they can sometimes just have like an idea and they just go with it. And it works out.
But yeah, they left the lyrics ambiguous for a reason because I think it adds to the listening experience. But I think they also had the other option of just filming the music video for the context, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you have lyrics that are really ambiguous, but almost not vague. Like they're not vague; they're actually very specific in a lot of ways. But they're ambiguous enough to where you can have so many different interpretations. And I really like songs like that. It's the sign of a very thoughtful lyric writer.
I agree. I also recommend the rest of this album because honestly, it slaps.
Honestly, after listening to this song, I downloaded the rest of the album onto my my playlist, and I'm gonna check it out.
Please do.
Yes. And to the listener, go check out this song. It is perfect. except for the few critiques that we had as far as mixing goes. But that's fine. It wasn't that bad. It could have been tweaked, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I feel like they did the best with what they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I stuck in a void? Hello?
I was giving myself room to splice.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Here, let's give him a couple more seconds.
Okay, perfect.
I love this band, obviously. I recommend this band to everyone I can find, like kind of like how you are with Imminence.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of Lord Huron, I highly suggest that you do yourself a service and make your life better by checking them out.
Agreed.
It was music, and it's not the kind of song I would switch if it comes on. But like, I wouldn't like go out and listen to like an entire album because I'm not usually like that. But like, if the song like does come in with like a mix of other songs that's kind of like it, then I'll be like, yes, this is good.
That was the most music I've ever heard.
That was very music.
This song musicked very much, and
Oh yeah, like maximum music.
it was very musical.
This podcast is fucking stupid.
Oh god, it's fantastic. All right.
Hey, Jaden.
Yeah.
What's our second thing?
Okay, so our next topic is the Timeworn Temple by yours truly. And when I say yours truly, I don't mean the band is called yours truly for any listeners that might be confused. I'm talking about me, myself. So they are going to review this, and I'm going to sit back and listen. Just a quick thing. The Timeworn Temple is an experimental song I wrote mid-2019. It's sort of meant to be... Actually, maybe I shouldn't tell you the meaning behind it. Maybe you should just explore that first.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to ask the question.
Okay.
Okay, so since this is my song, I can't exactly put a review out there. That wouldn't make much sense, so I'm just going to sit back and let you guys discuss it and keep most of my input to myself unless you ask me a question.
I'm not trying to be a good friend here. But I actually have I have nothing bad to say about the song.
No.
Well, maybe a little bit of constructive criticism about it, but literally it's only one thing.
Oh, all right.
But I liked the chord progressions and the melodies in the song a lot. I liked the incredibly soft drop at 3 minutes in. It got me grooving a little bit. But, like, look, I've used to listen to EDM so much to the point where it was the only thing I used to listen to intentionally in, like, middle school and high school. At some point during this, I went, like, this experience I had with EDM, I went through, like, a trance and chill or, like, lo-fi or whatever it's called phase. And honestly, this song definitely would have been in the rotation on my playlist.
Aw.
Like, it's an easy listen, feels nice in your ears. I definitely could see myself jamming out to the song in high school while studying. My only constructive criticism is that the drop happens a little bit too late in the song.
That's fair.
It kind of felt like Hereditary, where it's just building up the tension for forever. But
I made you work for it.
But that's the only constructive criticism I had with it, is it happens a little bit too late in the song.
That's honestly fair.
Nicholas?
Thank you for your kind words.
Okay, well, I'm not a fan of EDM music, right? But like, this definitely like gave me a different kind of vibe than EDM, like usually. Because immediately the first take I got on this song was like, this is the perfect kind of music to have for background, like just gaming, you know. And then like I noticed that like if it was in like some kind of just gaming like playlist for background music, it would easily just be like one of the songs you either add onto your list or you just continue listening to that playlist just to find that song good. Because even if it had like a late drop, I didn't even notice it. Because it's like because I'm not a musician, of course. I don't know much about music, but like this, like from a standpoint of just basic, this song was really good to me. Even if like my EDM isn't there as it used to be anymore. And it's the kind of music where it's like it's not too hard or soft either. So you're not like, oh, I can't listen to this because it's like it's too like hard now, but you also can't listen to it because it's like not soft. It won't give you some kind of different vibe. But it's the kind of music that you can have if you're just chilling out, just doing whatever.
I feel like we're kind of hitting on the same points. Like, we're not saying it's a bad song that you can like that you have to like listen to in the background. It's an easy listen to. It's easy to listen to.
Yeah, if you're getting into EDM, then it's a good song to listen to.
Yeah, It's very listenable.
Oh,
Very listenable. Like, it's not the kind of song I would add personally, but like I can understand if people would like add that on if they're an EDM fan. Because if I was an EDM fan, I would probably add it to my list. Because I definitely didn't get like I hate the song vibe from it. I definitely got like I like the song, but like I wouldn't like on purposely listen to the song because I'm just not a fan of the genre anymore.
Yeah.
it's fair.
Is this all you have to add, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Are you down for a mini interview?
Sure.
So, what were some inspirations for making this song?
Good question. Some inspirations for putting this song together definitely would be science fiction. Definitely would be Metroid. And not anything in particular in Metroid. Almost the environments in Metroid that you go through.
The soundscape.
Yeah, exactly. When you land on a planet and you're exploring the planet for the first time, you're seeing all this weird crap everywhere, and you're like, what's going on? It's kind of like that. The thing I had written down for it, just like a basic explanation of it, was it's sort of meant to be a trip through the ancient jungles of an unknown planet, wherein lies a primeval civilization's temple to an unknown deity, which remains undiscovered by modern explorers.
I can dig that. I actually like that visualization of the song. But I really dig that. I have some additional questions. I'll also have to add that I went back and I listened to your whole EP.
Oh.
And my one question is, what made you pick the space theme?
A couple of reasons. Firstly, I just really love space, obviously. The second reason being that sort of inspiration came from like futuristic music that you hear, stuff that's really popular right now, stuff like Starset and Cell Dweller and that kind of thing. Just kind of music that is about something in the future and about something else and someone else. You know, it's not really about the singer, it's about somebody else somewhere else in the future. And I really think that's an interesting concept. It's almost like at that point it becomes a musical score, because a lot of artists these days are, you know, they write music about themselves and people they know and things that are going on around them. And I'm like, I want to write music about stuff that's going on in another universe somewhere, not even related to me at all. I don't know why. If you listen to the whole EP, I don't know how in depth you went into the lyrics of the songs with vocals, but it's actually, that entire album is about one specific fictional character that I created, and that specific character is actually in the book that I'm writing that's actually due to come out.
Ooh,
soon.
a musical a musical tie-in.
A musical tie-in, yeah.
Listen to that, reading the book.
I dig it. To add on to this question, what other themes would you want to tackle in the future with your music? Because, I mean, you've tackled steampunk with your first album. So what would you like to tackle in the future?
The next album I had planned was kind of for stuff that's more related to me. It's actually based around my my more emotional and mental health right now. So I actually kind of wanted to do something more personal this time around. I'm not sure when. It still needs a lot of work, but
keep us updated on the Twitter.
I will. Thank you very much.
And another question I have to ask is, what was the hardest song on this EP to make?
Let me pull up the song list. Because I don't have it memorized.
Edit point.
The hardest one, as in like the one that took the most effort, or the one that I got stuck on the most, or
both?
I would say the one that I got stuck on the most was actually the Timeworn Temple. Don't really know, like, I kind of had a picture of where I wanted it to go, but I kind of had trouble getting it just right, you know?
I feel like, okay, I kind of feel like having that context now kind of makes sense, and I feel like kind of adds to the song, because you said it's like a person traveling through like a jungle on another planet. I feel like that sense of like, you don't know where you're going kind of adds to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's kind of that, like you said, that soundscapey, almost airy sort of feel that the song has. You're in this big unknown expanse and you don't know where the hell you're going. Back to your other question, when you said what was the hardest one, the one that I got lost most in was this one, but the one that took the most effort to get like the most work. It took the longest, even though I knew exactly what I wanted to do. It just took a lot of work to get the mixing just right. Was actually the Solar Eclipse song.
I actually have a note about the Solar Eclipse. It's actually a big compliment. I really liked the breakdown at 4 minutes 18 seconds. It was very interstellar-y.
Thank you.
That's my only note about it. That's all you get.
Okay. I'm glad you liked it, though.
Having said all that, is there anything you learned specifically from making this EP? And if so, how has it affected you, how you make your projects now?
Learned in what sense? Learned about music or?
Yeah, you could go there.
Okay, well, yeah, I would say on the music front, I learned that, not that I didn't already know, but it kind of nailed down the idea of that it's okay to have that odd, like, because in a lot of my previous music, I didn't like having any dissonance in my chords at all. I was like, don't like that. But with this new EP and that song especially, the chords have a very strange dissonance to them, but it's not harsh. It's like a soft dissonance, and I've learned that that kind of soft dissonance produces a very interesting sound that I really, really like, and it gives me these vibes that I don't really know how to explain. And
it's a very ethereal sound.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah.
And how like it's completely otherworldly. You definitely nailed it there. So I actually really love that sound that you added in there. It plays a lot into how you add, like, it adds to the soundscape. But yeah, those were my questions. Thank you for coming to my interview. Happy to have you.
Thanks for having
Did
me
you
on.
get the job?
Thanks. I thought about these questions for precisely 10 seconds.
They were very good questions.
Wow.
So
Big appreciate.
I would have been like, so, how
Music, eh?
Music, eh? It would have taken
What
a
about
while to
this?
come up with stuff like that.
What's the deal with music food?
Thank you both for your kind words, though. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a vibe song.
Hey guys, guess what time it is? Guess what fucking time it is, boys?
We're supposed to actually guess.
1:29.
Guys, guess what fucking time it is?
1:29 p.m.
Guys,
11:59.
guys,
It's
time
movie
for my spaghetti.
time.
time for my brand new movie segment.
Woo!
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Add in some game show music. We're gonna do that in post.
Yeah, music, complete silence.
So, the point of this game is I'm going to very terribly explain a very bad movie, and my other two co-hosts have to guess which movie it is.
Oh God. What if
So-
it's a movie I haven't seen?
Most likely.
Inside Out.
Damn, you already guessed it. Game show winning music. Put it in post.
Oh, you said in post. Sorry.
But it's not a bad movie, though. I like that movie. I don't know why I thought of that first, though.
Okay, so the summary of this movie is our protagonist is from a completely ambiguous region in the world and lives in a San Francisco townhouse with his fiance and seemingly a random kid who just shows up whenever the main characters are trying to get down to Bone Town. Our protagonist's fiance seduces his best friend, and nothing will ever be the same again. What movie is it?
I don't know, but the only thing I could picture through that entire thing was Johnny Depp.
I mean,
don't
you're
know
close. In terms of complete, like, eccentricity, is that a word?
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah. You're very close. But not at all.
Oh.
The Notebook. I'm just gonna
But a
think of just
very
movies I
different
know, so
movie.
it's gonna be nothing with him.
Final answers.
Dear child, comma, fuck off.
The movie was Hereditary. You win.
Oh, hey, boy.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I was about to freak out. Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I don't know.
The movie
Hell
is The movie is The Room.
I don't think I've ever seen the
Which
Room.
one?
It is a movie made by
But
literally
which room? Which room?
The Living Room.
Why were they trying to bone in the living room?
There's a
Who
couch
knows?
there.
It
Why
is
is the child in the living room? How
it
did the
is
child
a-
even get in the house? Is he outside the window?
I think you're making a lot of assumptions here.
This movie was made by a man who no one knows where he came from, and he had a budget of $5 million, and no one knows how he got the money. And instead of
Well-
opting for renting cameras, he bought them. He used a green screen for scenes that he completely had a roof for, because he had rooftop scenes that he used green screen for some reason. And the thing about this green screen roof is it is an exact replica of his own roof.
I don't.
This actually spawned a movie about the making of this movie called The Disaster Artist.
That's flattering.
Imagine having so bad of a movie, there's a movie made about your movie.
Called The Disaster Artist.
Called The Disaster Artist.
It is directed. This movie, The Room, is directed by Tommy Wiseau,
No
And-
way.
and this movie has an IMDb score of 3.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes critic rating of 25%,
Oh my gosh.
and a Metacritic score of 9%.
It's by Tommy Wiseau, though. That's like automatic 60 points. I did not hit her. I did not.
Bet.
You have seen this
Hi,
movie
Mark.
then?
Bet.
Is it that movie?
Yes.
Bet.
Oh, I seen the meme.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Because it's terrible acting. This was made fun of it.
Yeah, they made a movie about that movie.
And then they made a meme about like another scene too in the movie. Oh, it's called The Room.
Yeah. Oh, hi,
Wow.
Donkey.
Oh my god, what the heck?
Wow.
That's so weird.
That's awesome to see.
If you haven't watched this movie, you should. This movie has reached a cult status to the point where people will just rent a movie theater just to play this.
Nobody shows up. It's just playing.
A lot of people show up.
It's terrifying.
I'm not even surprised.
Hey, Jaden.
Yeah.
What's our third thing?
So, our next thing is an episode of Love, Death, and Robots called Three Robots by Blow Studio. It's an 11-minute short about long after the fall of humanity. There are three robots wandering through a post-apocalyptic city, trying to understand how humans lived based on their limited knowledge of them and the things they left behind. They learn about the concepts of sports, human consumption, and cats. And it is hilarious.
I love the main characters in this short so much.
Oh my gosh.
Specifically, the triangle-shaped robot.
Yes.
She's such a sassy bitch. She is my favorite.
Oh my gosh. I watched this short 11 times.
It's so good.
It is so funny. This is one of the most morbidly hilarious things I've ever seen in my life. Like, I would be down for an entire series dedicated to these three robots doing stuff.
I wrote down the same thing.
And oh my gosh, I love how not seriously the entire thing takes itself. Especially in the beginning when it starts off like very dramatic and you think it's going to be something totally different. Oh, it's so good.
You like the first like when you see it, you feel like that robot did something to make like the round like what it looks like around him like that. He made it like it just makes you think that like did he just destroy the city? And just him like looking and just seeing everything just crumbled around him. And then when you get the first like line, you're just like, oh, okay, this is gonna be funny. You can tell.
They were
then it-
tourists.
They're just
Yeah,
touring the downfall of humanity.
Just
I
so
like-
casually.
It was so awesome. I really liked it though.
Yeah, and the simple like jazzy melody that accompanied the entire short just added to the certainty that this short is not taking itself seriously from the very beginning. And at the end, it's revealed that the downfall of humans was the fact that they genetically engineered their cats to have opposable thumbs, and it was really over at that point. Which, I mean, that's true. I mean, if that happened, we'd be screwed.
Correct.
And I think there was a global warming thing in there too.
The triangle robot makes a comment. Yeah, she basically says that the downfall of humanity wasn't nukes because they have this conversation in front of a nuke,
Yeah.
That the downfall wasn't catastrophic war. It was just our own hubris of just letting things happen.
And then thinking humans were like the superior race and like didn't need anything below them was also
And-
like a big factor. They said.
I also made a note when they arrive at the nuke, and it says the triangle robot says this thing screams phallus. I belly laugh because the whole point of having nukes nowadays is just a dick comparing contest.
Honestly, though, this thing was not only hilarious and really well written, it was actually a very subtle commentary on the human condition. It was honestly genius.
Yeah, it gives like it showed that like the writers, they wanted to have an outside perspective of what like a non-human think about Earth, and they
Yeah.
had it in a post-apocalyptic world. And then when they knew like what happened, then you realize that like wait, that is happening like currently right now, and it's only a matter of time like if it gets like that post-apocalyptic world. And if you had 3 robots to come onto Earth thousands of years later making fun of us.
I also want to add that the like opening scene really sets the tone for the rest of the short, where they're in the gym with the basketball. Especially like when you see that triangle robot, she looks like Hal. You expect her to just be a horrible, horrifying, like just machine. And when the Xbot 4000, which is like the humanoid robot, is
Yeah.
asked to bounce the ball, he declines, and Triangle Robot goes, "Stop being a whiny pussy and fucking bounce it."
It's so sassy. I think, yeah, and actually in that same scene, probably my favorite. I had a lot of favorite moments, but probably my top favorite moment was when they were talking about the ball, and Xbot was like, "And what did humans do with these things?" And the little baby monitor one's like, "Oh man, what didn't they do? They bounce them. That's it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. These were humans. Bouncing things was close to maxing out their cognitive range." At that point in my notes, I wrote, "This is my favorite thing."
I also love the point where they were like wondering if they just like did it to punish the balls, and the Triangle Robot's like punishing it.
Bad ball. Think about what you've done.
It's my favorite thing.
It's so freaking great.
Personally, I think my favorite scene is when the Triangle Robot just looks at the trucker hat, and in the next scene you see her have it on.
Yeah.
She fucking steals it.
Oh no, I actually laughed at that so much.
She's the real star of this show. Because like because they move on to a diner, and then they're like talking about like the human, like how humans eat.
Yeah.
And just while they're spouting just these incorrect facts of like humans had stones in their stomach to grind down the food, while she's doing that, she's making moldy food.
Yeah. I think when they were talking about the stones, I think they were talking about teeth.
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about like they had stones, and then it falls into a vat of acid, which was like stomach acid.
I guess they didn't know what bones were.
No, they didn't.
It makes more sense.
Yeah, they were coming at it from a perspective of like, how in the world is this efficient at all?
Yeah, we have batteries. Why do we need all of this?
I can confirm as a human, we're not efficient at all.
Honestly, though.
And then it moves on into all 3 robots are sitting on a couch, and they're just marveling at a cat. And at this point, a cat jumps into Xbot 4000's lap and begins to purr, and the little tiny robot is all like, I think you've activated it. If the cat stops purring, it'll explode. And I made a note here that says, this is factually correct.
And I love the reference to exploding kittens. That was very nice.
Yeah.
She was like, they had a game called Exploding Kittens, so this checks out. And the tiny little baby monitor robot was so cute. He is the greatest. He's a total jerk, but it's like amazing.
He's so enthusiastic about everything too.
Mm.
Honestly,
like he was so happy about that ball. It was like, wow.
Yeah, he has more enthusiasm than I'll ever have about anything.
He's the fucking worst. I love him. And then they move on into an abandoned mall, and at which point they find Xbot 4000's presumably grandpa. At this point, the baby monitor robot makes a comment about how Xbot's whole existence is reliant on 13-year-olds teabagging each other in virtual battles. And I made a note here that says this short's getting too real.
Yeah, they're making fun of like the Xbox. I think that was kind of funny too, because that is like what would happen on the 360.
It's fantastic.
Which I also thought it was hilarious that at like before they end this scene, the Xbox 4000 pops the power button off of the thing and uses it as an eyeball.
Yeah. At which point it's also revealed that the tiny little robot said he evolved from baby monitors.
I was wondering the entire short where he came from. I was like, okay, I can kind of get... I definitely get Xbot. I don't understand the triangle one at all. But I was really wondering about this one. And at the very end, where it's revealed that all the cats have opposable thumbs now, I wrote, a million more cats show up. The robots are trapped. They're all now cat scratching machines. In the end, the cats have won.
Again.
Yet again. It was all over for the humans when we developed opposable thumbs.
That's kind of heartless. Gentlemen, I'm a cat.
But all in all, this is my favorite short I think we've done.
Oh my gosh, easily.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Even after like multiple times, like, you can still like laugh at the same jokes you did 5 minutes before you watched it. And it's like to have that kind of replayability, it was funny.
For sure.
You had to think about like the writers thought about other people or other like things seeing the planet after post-apocalyptic. Like the think you can go behind the box or like outside the box so much like that. It's just it gives the writers like a round of applause just for me. Because they made it like funny, and also like they kind of made it like their point of view on what would it be like, and to have like something that could be accurate is like really touching and really awesome. I love it.
I agree. Hot take. Honest to God, I would prefer a TV show of this over the concept of WALL-E.
I never watched.
Yeah.
You didn't miss much.
They could have made a short about WALL-E and then a full movie about these guys.
In an alternate universe, we can only hope.
Honestly. I want to live in that universe. When Azarian and Benny and I did Millennium Hour, like I was like, this is my favorite short we've ever done, but I'm sorry, this was better than Millennium Hour, guys. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's kind of hard to compare them because they're totally different. But this one now just has a special place in my heart. I'm sorry.
I think I really liked this episode personally because I actually liked all the topics this time around.
I was about to say, yeah, this is a very wholesome episode because we all actually liked it.
Yeah, we
liked all three things.
That doesn't happen
at all.
Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't think I was going to, but after watching that short, I was like, "Yep, no, I like this." Like hating it would just be ignorant, pretty much. And then like the music too was really good. I really like Jaden's music too.
No.
Everything was good. I enjoyed all of
it. I liked everything as well, except for that drop that happens 3 minutes in.
See, I don't mind that. But I didn't really notice it either at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of musical experience. So I'm like song good. That's my like basic caveman of music.
Music feel good in ears.
Basically, it just has a like and dislike pile.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
This was a good week of topics.
Yeah. If we had done Bad and Boujee, then it would have been a very different episode.
We'll talk about it in the after show. Jaden, wrap us up.
Well, that brings our review of this week's selection to a timely end. Thanks for joining us here on the Weekly What's Up, and until next time, this is Jay and the rest of the crew reminding you to keep producing art so we can keep making fun of it. If there's anything you'd like us to review in the next episode, you can send it to contacttww@gmail.com or tweet to us at the What's Upcast. Huge thanks to my co-hosts for joining me this week. You'll find their social media sites in the description below. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Jaden, your thoughts on Bad and Boujee?
This was hot garbage. This was the epitome, the absolute epitome of cliche garbage that sounds like everything else on the market. It was not original. It was not interesting. It was repetitive. It was annoying. It made me want to die. Okay? It made me want to die. I was like, I only listened to it one time. I would rather have a wasp lay eggs in my ear than listen to this again.
Oh, poor Migos.
Okay, but
Well-
thoughts on the music?
Oh my god, your shocked expression when I said the wasp thing was really funny to me.
It was fucking disgusting.
Oh god, that was fantastic.
Holy shit, dog. I'm really disappointed that this episode wasn't as chaotic.
I'm so sorry I came prepared this time.
I need to splice in some chaos.
No, we can do that. We can do that in post.
I can do that right now with my take.
Yeah,
on
let's-
the Migos fucking just well.
Let's record some chaos and we'll just splice it in, yeah.
Oh no. This is gonna be bad for my mental health.
I personally think Bad Boujee song was better than Jaden's in every single way possible because it just had more thought process into it. And I personally just enjoyed every single little thing that come from it, and I hope the Migos make it somewhere while Jaden's unoriginal music just goes nowhere.
Maybe the 3 robots were right about human annihilation.
Cats, man. But Bad and Boujee was terrible.
That was like an exact repeat of last time and it was fantastic.
Honestly, what I said for my notes, and I made Bad and Boujee, I just called it Bad and Badder. And I laughed at it for a little bit. It made no sense, but
Bad
that's how I
and even
felt.
worse.
I even chose the song, and I still feel like it wasn't even that good. It just really showed how much rap just got fucking turned into money. And then like the worst part about the song was like it was bad. Then you get Lil Uzi Vert into it, sir. Your ears pop from how high his voice is. It's like, holy shit, sir! If you can put that much auto tune on your fucking voice, you can at least just drop it a little bit. No. Because he wants to remember his shitty fucking voice, sir, while he's rapping about God knows what from God knows where. It's like, oh boy, like my ears were in general pain listening to his voice because like how can someone be physically that high of a voice? There's no way. I disbelieved because it just gave a whole different point, and how stupid he looked when he went into it first thing. I think that was like on purpose.
This,
but it was still really
this
fucking
entire
stupid.
thing was ear poison.
I have a confession to
I
make.
loved it.
What?
I have a confession to make. Even if we were doing this song this week, I still didn't listen to it.
I listened to it like 4 or 5 times to make sure like there has to be something here. No, at 600 million views, you would think there'd be something, but
Nope.
you kind of just gave up on what
Nah.
views are like anymore now. Anyways, you can see things with hundreds of millions of views and it's hot garbage. You see something with 80 views and it's like the best thing your eyes ever set upon.
I'm
It's
gonna
like the
do-
Valkyrie of Angels just came down to bless your eyes with his blessing.
I'm gonna
It's
listen
like-
to this song right now.
Oh my god.
I like the chorus. The chorus is catchy,
No.
but like I'm only gonna listen to the chorus. Everything else I just kind of forgot.
This is 5 minutes too long.
It's 5 minutes because Lil Uzi's part. They were gonna do it without him at first, but I think they
This
added
is
him
so
in
loud.
after.
My first initial reaction is the song was too loud, and then I accidentally put it on mute, and I was like, "Oh, that's better."
I think I want us to become the guy that finds like the shittiest kind of music and shit. Because I think I knows the bad stuff about the internet more than the good stuff, and that's one good example. Because I was asking people on everything. It's more I've ever worked on trying to find something so shit on the internet.
I'm not trying to sound terrible, but I don't know what this man is saying.
I looked at the lyrics and I still didn't understand him.
I never looked at the lyrics actually. I never really cared that much because we weren't going to do it anyways.
It's like
But, I
reading
did give a bad
hieroglyphics.
review on it. I actually know how to spell bougie now because of the shitty song. That's one thing I never thought I was going to ever learn how to spell.
I feel bad for the owners of this restaurant.
I want to unlearn it.
Smoking on cookie in the hot box.
Why are they
Crying
drinking?
over
Why are
tissue.
they drinking wine and Chinese food in a Denny's?
No, it's a KFC.
Oh, it's KFC.
Yeah. Bankrolls on me. Keep my company cash.
That's like insultingly
Pull up and
stereotypical.
ghost. Yeah, woo. Oh, it's talking about how rich he is. Okay, never mind. But that's pretty much how music is now. Welcome to rap of 2016. I think that came out.
No,
2018 maybe.
not welcome to rap. Keep your rap. Take your invitation back. I don't want it.
That is rap now.
I don't
You're
want
gonna
it.
find more music like that than you will anything else.
I'm not gonna find it because I'm not looking for it.
For the record, this song does not have 600 million views. It has almost 1 billion views.
Oh my god!
I thought I was overballing it. I thought I had 400 billion. But no, I was underballing it. Wow.
Oh god!
That makes you so. Since like Eminem's old, nobody likes him anymore. That music just went loud. Logic retired, and he was really the only person that was going to keep that kind of rap alive. So like, apart from that, everyone else done.
He is so much less annoying than this guy, though.
Yeah, because Eminem actually like wanted to rap.
I have a chip.
That was the problem, and because he's old too. Imagine getting close to 1 billion views, and that's the song that got produced. It's fucking terrible, hot garbage, and hot garbage is a compliment compared to what it actually is. More like, it's cold garbage, cold, ugly, fucking ranchy garbage.
Although when people say hot garbage, I think they're generally
They're
referring.
talking about like the temperature of the garbage, yeah.
Well, right, but I think they're referring to a dumpster fire
Yeah.
when they say hot garbage. And this was, it was like a dumpster fire.
They don't even deserve that compliment of being a dumpster fire. It gets worse. There was a point in time where I was like, yeah, the song, it's like you can fuck with the song in certain ways, but you have to be either like 5 pints in or like fucking 600 grams in, maybe, or milligrams, should say. That'd be dramatic. But you cannot enjoy the song with just a normal brain. You gotta have some kind of influence to ruin to make that song look good.
The part where he says my bitch is bad and bougie, that's called, like, when you have like all the same letter like that in a row, it's called an alliteration.
Alliteration. Yeah.
I guarantee he does not know that.
Jesus.
I guarantee he does not know what that word means.
Probably doesn't
He
even know what
doesn't
bougie
need to.
means.
Like he didn't like the kind of
Ow.
words he says. It's either he's been on the street for too long, or he's been like just over 6th grade. Like he just made it and then done, quit with school. Because if he ain't saying the N word, he's saying some kind of curse word. If not some kind of curse word, then some kind of compliment towards his money or his wealth and fame. And if not, it's nothing. So like,
If you can only talk about your money, you have 0 personality.
Exactly.
that's exactly it. They don't have a personality.
Put your money
Like-
where your mouth is. Show me all your money right now in my hands.
You ever seen them in interviews? Like they talk like they're like the fucking twins from that movie, sir. Because they knows what they're all going to say because they all say the exact same shit. It's kind of like the One Direction band.
Even One Direction has more merit than these guys.
Yeah, even One Direction was like, I would rather listen to One Direction.
I don't think these people have ever had a unique thought.
Well, they have their own music, but like if you listen to it, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I feel like that episode we just recorded wasn't that long.
Because there wasn't much chaos.
That's fair.
Because I came like tired and like fucking prepared, right? It was the complete opposite as I was the first time around.
Yeah, last time you had so much
Fuck.
energy and you weren't prepared at all.
That's made it funny because I had to rely on myself, and it was shitty. Because I knows how relying on myself went. I was like, oh, this is gonna be terrible, so I'm just gonna fuck with someone. And like, poor William had to get the other end of that stick.
I got fucking bullied for an hour straight.
I tried to do a little bit now. Because I was kind of fuck me again, but like I kind of like the topics too much to like stop you midway and shit.
Yeah, you got
Like,
bullied.
last time
You got
was-
bullied for like an hour while I just laughed. It was bad.
Yeah.
Because the topics weren't like as good last time.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
had better topics this week.
You're welcome. I chose 2 of them.
You did. You did.
Don't worry, I chose the one no one liked.
That's because you wanted it to be chaotic and bad.
That's what,
Yeah,
it's
no
like,
one liked it,
let's just
including
ruin-
you.
Yeah.
There's intention in there.
Oh yeah. Like just in case, if we didn't want to have like a calm podcast, eh? Got you.
I was originally like, if we weren't gonna do Jaden's song, I wanted to do a Mumford and Sons and then compare Lord Huron against them.
Oh yeah, that would have been interesting.
Because
Well,
honestly,
Let's do it again. Okay.
I lovingly refer to Mumford and Sons as the Imagine Dragons of folk music.
Isn't Imagine Dragons like supposed to be shit though? Or are
Yes.
they the good ones? Okay, yeah. I remember
No,
Radioactive, but I remember like the Minecraft version of Radioactive, and I remember that being better.
Fucking Mumford & Sons and Imagine Dragons have one thing in common, and it's they think good songwriting is saying the title of the song louder and louder every verse.
I like
It's
that.
kind of like a Nickelback vibe too, isn't it? I just know Nickelback's also bad though. Look at this photograph.
You're gonna get on his bad side, on Jaden's bad side.
I never listened to Nickelback. Right?
Well, Nickelback does have some trash, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm like,
But
remember, like I'm in the outside kind of area. If I hear bad, then I know it's bad.
they've got some very good stuff too. And there are a couple that I like by Imagine Dragons. Not a lot though. There are a few in there.
They're bad.
I think I think out of all their music, I like a total of 5 songs by them, which is not a very good record. It's kind of a terrible average if you think about it.
You want to hear a garbage song by Imagine Dragons?
So watch it be the one song that I like.
It's the song called Thunder, and I shit you
Oh
not.
my god,
you!
I hate that song so. Don't even.
I actually like
Oh.
that song a little bit.
No!
No, not enough to listen to it, but like not enough to hate it either.
It's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong.
Isn't Thunder the good one though?
No.
No, that was the one they were like. That was their comeback song, wasn't it? I remember it being some kind of good song. Unless I'm thinking of a different song, then maybe.
You're probably thinking of a different song.
Oh, hold on.
I think you're thinking of Radioactive.
No, nothing Radioactive. I know that hot garbage when I see it.
Radioactive is good. Demons is pretty good.
Oh, Thunder is not the one I'm thinking of. Okay.
That
That was Believer. I was thinking of Believer, not Thunder.
In the backstreet, everything now.
Yeah, no. Okay. I actually was thinking of a different song. That's
my
awesome.
whole life behind. Did a young girl, not a follower.
What a garbage song.
I was like
Believer's better.
before the thunder.
Do you see the music video for that? No, that was garbage.
Of course I didn't.
Oh my god, sir. It was pretty. It was
How
like
do
your
you
worst
think-
fears coming to life of just double jointness.
I can't stand when fucking mainstream music think that good songwriting is just saying the title of the song 47 times.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's one thing about this year I actually noticed. There isn't a lot of like popular music. I can't think of an artist that actually like made a good song this year. Because everyone just like didn't give a fuck anymore. The same thing as last
You
year.
also
Too.
can't do anything right now because of the Rona.
That is also a good point. So I can't give you one song that was made this year that became popular. Like, but I can give like songs from other years. After 2016, I'm pretty sure music just got shit.
That's bold to even assume it was 2016.
The Blinding
I
Blinding
remember
Lights by The
before
Weeknd
that
was
being a
good.
song, so.
Oh yeah.
That became really
Blinding
popular.
Lights.
No!
Rather listen to 24K, but Freedom Mercy.
I vibe to that song.
I hated that song too. That's why I said anything after 2016 I just didn't enjoy. That could have been when like my ugly taste kicked in though, when I listened to acoustic music at the worst times.
I just don't listen to mainstream music. I listen to fucking people banging rocks together in a cave, and I think that's good music.
Literally. I'm pretty no 2016 is when I had my EDM phase. So after that, I just started hating music.
Sad.
Fair.
Yeah, but I listened to the bad EDM.
But
I'm pretty sure I said that though.
No, what? Hey.
I think I'm gonna cut this conversation short on my end. I gotta go.
That's fair. I gotta go in a couple minutes.
Oh, 3:30. Shit.
I'm gonna catch you guys later.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Okay.
What are you doing, William? Trying to make it. Yeah, I'm trying to get started.
God.
More than any song we've done so far, the lyrics can be interpreted. Slice that together, please.
I will.
Hold on, my fiance's calling me.
Okay.
Hello? I'm recording a podcast.
No, but like really, aside from that, I can't even speak, dude. I can't do it.
That's all, folks.
Leave me alone. Anyway.
Is that all you have to add, Nick? Can I? I'm gonna take that again.